All right, let's talk about habits. We've all been there, right? You get this burst of motivation, you start a new routine, and then a few weeks, maybe even a few days later, you're right back where you started. It's so frustrating. But what if the whole way we think about it is just wrong? Seriously, what if it's got nothing to do with how much willpower or discipline you have? We are so quick to blame ourselves. We think, oh, I just need to be tougher. I need to try harder. But maybe the strategy itself is the thing that's failing us. And this is really the heart of it. What if the reason our new habits don't stick is because they're in a constant battle with our own self-image? You just can't build a new life if you're still operating with the instruction manual of the old you. It's a fundamental conflict. So, to really get why this conflict is so common, we've got to look at what I call the old map for changing behavior. It's the one most of us are using, probably without even realizing it, and it's basically built on 3 different layers. Okay, so it all starts at the surface level, with outcomes. This is just what you want to get. You know, the goal. Lose 20 pounds, write a book, learn a new language. That's the outcome. Then, if you go one layer deeper, you get to the processes. These are the systems, the actual habits you try to build to get those outcomes. So this is the how. It's going to the gym, writing 500 words a day, practicing flashcards. You get the idea. And finally, way down at the very core of it all is your identity. This is what you believe to be true about yourself. It's your self-image, your deep-seated beliefs. This is about who you are. And right here, this is the whole game. The old way, the one that fails us over and over again, it works from the outside in. We start with the outcome, right? Then we try to force the process, and we just sorta hope our identity will catch up. It never does. The new way completely flips this on its head. It works from the inside out. You start with identity. And this shift in thinking is the big reveal. It's the key to everything. Real, lasting change isn't about what you want or even what you do. It's about who you are becoming. This is the real engine of change. If you take one thing away from this, let it be this idea. Every single thing you do is a vote. Think about that. No matter how small the action, it's like you're casting a ballot. It's a piece of evidence that either reinforces who you've always been or starts building the case for who you want to be. Now look, one action isn't magic. You go to the gym once, it's not going to transform your body overnight. It's not about some big, sudden change. But that single action is so much more important than that. It's a small, undeniable piece of proof you're giving to yourself. It's one ballot you've just officially cast for a new identity. An identity? Like, I am an athlete. You see? Or maybe you write just one paragraph. Boom. You just cast a vote for I am a writer. You read one page. You just voted for I am a reader. You are literally collecting evidence for a new belief about who you are. And you know what the best part is? You don't have to be perfect. Not at all. You're going to miss a day. You're going to cast a wrong vote sometimes. And that's totally okay. The goal isn't to get a unanimous decision. It's just to win the election. It's about having the majority of votes day in and day out. Okay, so this all sounds good, right? But how do you actually do it? How do we start stacking up the proof for a new identity, practically speaking? Well, let's get right into the playbook. It's a really simple 4-step process. First, just decide who you want to be. Make it a clear, crisp statement like, I am a healthy person. Step 2, create a tiny 2-minute habit that proves it. Something like, I will put on my running shoes. That's it. Third, stack it. Do it right after something you already do every day, like after you brush your teeth. And finally, track your votes. Put an X on a calendar. Make the evidence visible. Now, to make sure this new identity sticks, you need some guardrails. The biggest, most important rule is this one: never miss twice. Life happens, you might miss a day. That's fine. But 2 days in a row, that's the start of a new, unwanted habit. The other rules are all about making it ridiculously easy to start. Lay out your workout clothes the night before. Put your book on your pillow. Remove every single bit of friction between you and casting that 2-minute vote. And if you do this, something really amazing starts to happen. This isn't just about the habit anymore, it's about seeing yourself in a totally new light. I want you to just take a second and imagine this with me. What if you had a mirror, but instead of showing you your reflection, it showed you the sum total of all your votes, all your tiny actions from the last few months? what would you see looking back at you? You'd see this incredible wall of evidence, a mountain of tiny, consistent efforts. Every one of those little X's on the calendar, every single page you read, every walk you took, they're not just actions anymore. They are tangible proof. And when you've got all that proof staring back at you, those little marks, they start to tell you a story. They send you a very clear, very powerful message. This is who I am now. And that is the real payoff. It's that quiet moment of realization when your own belief about yourself finally shifts because the evidence is just too overwhelming to ignore. You've earned it. And at that point, the entire game changes. You're not waking up trying to beg for motivation to go to the gym anymore. You're just acting in alignment with who you are. Going to the gym becomes an act of defending your identity as a healthy person. So, let's forget about the big, scary goals for a minute. The only question that really matters is this one. Who do you want to become? And what is one tiny, almost effortless vote you can cast for that person starting today?